actually did 2 years at UW Marathon County. I was initially interested in going to pharmacy school, so I had planned out originally to do 3 years worth of prereqs at UW Marathon County. And during that time I had gotten a job as a pharmacy technician to kind of get exposure to the pharmacy, career and all that stuff. And while I was there, I kind of realized that pharmacy wasn't really for me. I ended up doing 2 years at UW Marathon County, and then I needed to get a 4-year degree, so I decided to come to Point and live it. It seems like a lot of times in high school, people like to have a career path and they like to go on that path. And and it's nice to have a plan going into college, so I think people sometimes just pick something and then they kind of stick with that. So that's kind of what I felt I sort of got stuck into was, I had decided I wanted to be a pharmacist, and realizing that I sort of pre-decided what I wanted to do before I actually got exposure to it. I think that's sort of what helped me realize that this isn't. In the end, since I had done the shadowing, and I also work as a CNA, and I've gotten exposure to medical background and stuff, it's making that transition a little less scary. I think biochem major, so I kind of go back and forth between chemistry department and biology department. And my favorite class by far, so far at least, it's kind of obvious, I guess, but biochemistry has been my favorite class so far. And I had Dr. Johnson for that, and I felt that she was a very good professor. She not only taught the class, but she also taught how to learn the class. So she presented things, and then she presented things on how to digest the material and how to study for the class. And you learn a lot of really cool overarching topics in biochemistry class too, so I think that was kind of cool to see my two worlds of biology and chemistry sort of merge together. I was initially interested in pharmacy school. So there's a pharmacy school here, obviously, so I was planning on going to, Madison or Twin Cities or something like that. And once I had sort of decided that pharmacy wasn't for me, at that point it was when I realized, oh, maybe I should be going to Stevens Point to getting my 4-year degree. And the nice thing about Stevens Point too is that, the tuition is very cheap and it's within driving distance of my house. After graduating this spring, I'm looking to do AmeriCorps, it's called, which is basically Peace Corps but America-based. While I'm doing that, I'll be taking what's called a gap year. It's school opening up in Wausau through Medical College of Wisconsin. That would be one of my top choices, and there's also a rural medicine program through UW Madison. Long term, after I graduate, I'd like to practice in Wausau, I think would be